Hey Transformers fans, so today we should be looking at, well, we was meant to be looking at Transformers Dark of the Moon Shockwave. Unfortunately, I kind of went shopping yesterday, well, Friday after work, so I kind of bought something else. Whoops. Anyway, we'll actually be looking at this guy. And that's basically the Masterpiece Hot Rod / Rodimus Prime. Really like this figure. It's my first Masterpiece. I mean, I originally had a Masterpiece Rodimus Prime. You probably saw it in my old videos. But you had bits missing, so I kind of gave them away. But this guy is pretty darn spectacular, to be honest. There's not much flaws to him, except for, if you have a look down the side, he's kind of got big gaps. But I looked at Piao, I think everybody said his name was, or Octobotamus. And basically both of them said, it kind of stays like that. But the vehicle mode itself, they said didn't properly shape up, and as you can see it kind of doesn't. But it's got some nice chrome finishes along there. This massive random spoiler thing, which is a little bit squint by the looks of it. Oh, that's going to annoy me now. Snap. Not really much to say about the vehicle mode. It's very sort of 80s. As you can probably tell with the massively sharp nose and the exaggerated rear end, as 80s seems to be like the Lamborghini and everything like that was just stupid. A couple of things to note, obviously it's got the Autobot logo because it is a boy. Boy? How does that make any difference? If I'm a boy, I'm an Autobot. If I'm a girl, I'm a Decepticon. Could be true, could be true. I mean, in the kitchen, girls can be Decepticons. That's a slightly sexist remark there. Oops, sorry. It's a joke me and my girlfriend play. Anyway, so you can open it up just like the film, and inside you've got seats and also his feet. So it's a little steering wheel, but it's kind of half a steering wheel. It's not like a full-on steering wheel or anything like that. It's kind of like just half. So that's quite cool. Like I said, there's not really a lot to do in vehicle mode. As always, it just kind of drives. What I really find nifty though is when you turn the tyres, the middle bit stays in place. Same with the rears. See? It's kind of cool. I like that. It's quite funky. So, don't know if it did that in the film. I still haven't seen the original film. I was meant to, but I forgot. Well, I keep on trying to find it on DVD, but it seems to be like rocking horse doo-doo. Anyway, what you can do is, at the front here, you'll notice there's now a little peg. It's basically just half the engine you can lift up, and it gives you this kind of square shape. And there, you can stick in one of these weapons, which I'll go into more later, into the front. So it's kind of got, in essence, a MechTech port sort of thing, but not quite. The only problem with these, though, is it's quite... I'm not sure. The engine's made to kind of move, and I have no reason why it does that. No idea at all why it does that. It just kind of moves on its own. So you can also stick the Micromaster, whose name I've now forgotten after looking up it about 3 times. But you can basically stick the Micromaster in, which is here. So I'll show you a bit more on this guy in a few minutes, but I might as well focus in on him now. So there he is. As a matter of fact, we'll go through him now. This guy's quite good in articulation. He's very minicon type, but I think they were known as Micromasters back then. He's got a ball jointed head. Well, it's more swivel, but it is made on a ball joint. He's got these kind of, shoulders. He's got 2 points of articulation here. As you can probably see, he's got no wrist articulation. He's got kind of ball jointed hips and ball jointed knees. Obviously no articulation in the ankles because it would be too small. And also he's got hollow rear legs. But I quite like this guy. I'm a little bit annoyed he has a scratch on his left eye, I think. But nothing major. So I quite like the look of this guy. Let's see, I was going the right way. Going back to the vehicle itself, like I said, it's got some good little bits. Kind of annoyed this spoiler's squint now. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, we'll have a quick look of it. Just focusing a bit on it now. It keeps on blurring on me at the moment. There we go. But I really like these chrome bits. That's not. I mean, my dad said it can look plasticky, which it does, but you don't get much chrome on these things, and I know that they're quite eagerly sought after chrome things. So yeah, I really like the look of this car design, I guess. It's quite nifty. Wrong way. You would have thought after all this time I'd finally get used to this camera, but no, it would have been odd. I have not much else to say to it. It's kind of very vibrant. You'll see it coming from quite far away. I mean, even if I hold it back here, you can still tell it's red. But hot rod red, I guess. That's what it's meant to be, so... But I'll transform this guy now. I won't do the thing where... I've never done it, to be fair, where I sit here and show you it transform, because it takes forever! It takes longer to get it into this mode than it does to get it into robot mode. But when it's in robot mode, ooh, it truly shines. Okay, so I've transformed him now, and here he is. Like I said, this is the Masterpiece version, so it's going to have quite a bit of articulation and detail. For example, his hands have 2 points of articulation in the fingers and just a ball jointed thumb. So that's quite cool. He's got pretty much ball joints everywhere. He's got like a double joint in his knee. That's partially due to our transformation and stuff like that. He's got about 7 points in his ankles. Legs are obviously all ball jointed, everything like that. At the moment, if you have a look at his face, he's just Hot Rod or Rodimus. Kind of disputes as to the name. He's got a ball jointed head. What I really like about this head though is if you turn part of his head, which I can never do full time. Wait. No. Hang on. There we go. Right, yeah. So if you... bloody hell. Turn the visor on his face. Focus, you rubbish thing. Right, yeah. So you see he's now got some glasses. Yeah, glasses. So that's quite cool. That's about it for head. That's about all he does with his head. Let's just zoom back out for a second. As you, like I said, you saw on that hand, he's got a hand. On this one, he's got... no, that's the only bit I have issues with, is this bit doesn't peg in properly. Oh, and also this bit doesn't peg in properly either. So a few issues. But if you have a look here, he's actually just got like a stick. Now this can turn into a hand as well. It's inside his wrist. But this allows you to add 2 accessories on. The first one being... what? The first one being this, like a circular saw, which he does use in the film, from what I've seen. So that's quite cool. You remove that one. Here. And you can add in, I'm not sure if this is like a repairing tool or if it's just a fuel cars, I don't know. It's a bit tacky red as well, to be fair. I would have preferred that in like a silver, but what you going to do? Maybe paint it. I'm not touching these things. It's too expensive to paint. So that's that. Now he does do a few things. No lights or sounds, thank God, because I absolutely hate lights and sounds. It's just pick up back on him, not on my face. If you have a look in here, move this down, kind of separate these, like so. You don't have to do this, but I prefer to do it. And in there you'll see the matrix. Now that is removable. Let's just pop him over there. He's going to fall over. So as you can see, it's quite a tiny little thing, but it's got like light piping in it. So that's quite cool. And what's even cooler is you can move this, move it out of the way, just kind of blow on it, and all of a sudden it's gotten bigger. No, this is the second one. I believe this is the same exact version as the one you get with Optimus Prime. Again, it's got lights going through it, and this one you can pull apart, like so, just like they do in the film. It's quite nicely detailed. It's obviously got a bit more detail on it than the littler one. And pulls apart as well, so that's quite cool. So yeah, that's the 2 matrices. Like I said, let's just show you the size difference. So you can see there's I'm on this one the wrong way around. You can see there's quite a size difference between the 2. He does actually hold this. I won't do it now because it takes too long, but he does hold it open. So that's quite cool. What else we got? Oh, obviously he's got the 2 guns. This one, which is quite cool. Nice detail on it. You can hold these again. I'll show you that in a second. He's also got this one. Again, nicely detailed, nothing too special about it, but hey ho. And what you can do, let's just zoom us back out for a second, is you can just kind of combine these two, shove the red one into the blue one, and wait until you hear the click, which most of the time I never hear. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Alright, that's not in properly. I know these things are made for kids, shut up. It's hard work, okay? Well, anyway, you get the point. But they do clip together a bit more seamlessly than this, but due to time I'm not going to spend ages on it. But these two little wings come out, and this bit pushes forward, and then you can make him hold it like this. With his fantastic articulation, you can get him in all sorts of weird and wonderful poses. You just pull them apart, and hey presto, you've got dual guns again. This guy, as I showed you earlier, Micromaster, as I keep forgetting his name, can also turn into a weapon, which I'm doing as we speak, because I'm a man and I can multitask. Some music there for you. Do you want to hear a bit more music? No? Okay, fair enough. Just doing a bit of chilling music, you know, like the elevators. I'm not sure if that's a transformation noise I'm making or if it's just me trying to pass time. There we go. There we go. I got it. Right, okay. I've probably lost all my viewers by now, but I don't care. Ta-da! Right, yeah. So, this has become a gun. Again, it's got the handle in it, which you can shove into the front of the bonnet or into his hand. So that's quite doody. Like the design of that as well. It's got little blue paint marks on it as well. Not like them, not meant to be there, but it's quite nice that they included that. Let's just get this guy back here. Now also, when you pop in his smaller matrix, you can turn him into Rodimus Prime. And this is done quite easily. Let's shut all this back up. Right, so for Rodimus Prime, what it says you need to do is basically pull on the leg, and it's got another ratchet in there. And basically what this will do is make him a little bit taller. Oh, because you're Rodimus Prime, suddenly you grow. So I'd like a Matrix, and then I'd probably be 7'10". Everybody will go, yeah, he's definitely a Prime. Definitely a Prime. And then on the back here, this is even more amazing. You go like this. Oh, Hasbro, you do spoilers. Oh, and this bit always falls down. And the final bit that you'll actually notice the difference is on his face again. Let's see if we can do this while looking at the camera. You basically pull that up and another head will appear. It looks a bit more moody, because obviously now he's a Prime, so he's got more paperwork, so he gets a bit more annoyed. You fold this other head in, and you fold this one down. So he says. There we go. And then you've got kind of a Rodimus Prime sort of face. You'll see the shaping of his face has become different. I suppose maybe it's because he's meant to look a bit more adult. Still kind of a vague sort of face. The only thing is now you can't actually move the visor down, because in the film we never used the visor in this mode, I do not think. Don't quote me on that, as I don't know. And basically, now we can just add one of these guns, and like I said, in the hand here, ooh, focus please, yeah, is you'll see a little gap. And what you do is basically, using one of these, you place a little, zoom peek out so you're not seeing my chin. And basically you move his finger backwards and you pop that in there. He says. You know, normally when you practice this about 8 million times, you would have thought when you go on camera it would go through fine. There we go. Right, and you just simply fold his finger around it. Oh bloody hell, it's all opened up now. Oh hell, breaking loose. As you can see, this figure is not made for playing with. It is just too clear. It's not very well held together. I mean, all of these figures that I'm playing with, fantastically held together most of the time. This guy, you literally touch him and he kind of goes, oh, I'll just disassemble myself. Yeah. So yeah, you can have him holding his weapon now. And getting him all sorts of weird and wonderful poses. Oh, he looks a bit angelic there, doesn't he? Trust me. But yeah, the figure itself is really good. There's no metal parts, I don't think. No, that's just really, that feels like really heavy plastic, that does. I can't work out if that is metal. It's cold like metal, but I don't think it is. But as you can see, his colours all work well together. And he's got a very 80s sort of look about him and a really ugly face in this one. I hate him in the Prime mode, he's just got such an ugly face. But yeah, so that's kind of him really. There's not a lot else to report. I think you've seen everything. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that look at him, guys. He is in Toys R Us at the moment alongside Grimlock. And he's retailing at £59.99. Which is better than the Grimlock, which is the same price, but I don't know. The Grimlock to me just looks plasticky, so I'm going to ask for that for Christmas instead. So at least I've got two Masterpiece. But I don't know, I mean, I've seen a review on Masterpiece Grimlock and I didn't think it was too bad, so. But yeah, that's him, guys. I hope you enjoyed that look at him. He is a pretty awesome figure. I kind of ummed and ahed about him first, but I went with it. Oh, and just to let you know, by the way, he's a little bit taller than Sentinel Prime. So that just shows how tall he is. So yes, that is that. I hope you enjoyed that look at him. And I shall be back next week with Dark of the Moon Shockwave. Coming up next is a Star Wars figure, which I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to guess.